Welcome back to Control, where we last left off. Or I, more so than anything else, we as in you're watching, so you're included. Finished, or we did the Foundation DLC. Now, before we do anything like new, let's figure some stuff out. So, expeditions, plan on doing those. This isn't a case of, oh, I thought I could race and Simpsons didn't run. No, I'm going to be doing expeditions. How many? I don't know. We shall see. But I also plan on... There's nothing there. I also plan on doing... AWE. So we're going to be... And I possibly... want to do these 2 remaining side quests that are here. I just don't know. I just know that Tomasi is pretty hard, and I suck at the game to enough of a degree. Part of AWE, more people have been the old growth than Tomasi. More people have done part of the DLC than Tomasi, so that proves a point. 16% of players. But I'm thinking, let's just go into AWE, hang out there for a little while, and then we'll see what happens after that.
Darkness engulfed the elevator. There was something there, reaching for her, trying to make her act. It was a distress call. Faden sensed a drowning man, a hunger in the dark. Investigation sector.
Investigation sector, huh? We should check this out.
This is cool. I like Alan Wake. As I've stated before, I want to play Alan Wake 2. I believe my computer can handle it. I don't think my recording system could handle it. So, because I don't have a secondary computer that everything runs to. Otherwise, I would run it all through a capture card. I could set that up, though. We'll see. I'm gonna figure that. I might figure that out. That sounds cool. But what the? The elevator slowly opens. But anyway. Oh. Ooh. Wait, there's a bunch of fire. Okay. So what I was gonna say is, yeah, this is called Altered World Events, or AWE. It's the second DLC. And I'm already confused.
Hello? Anyone here? Guess not.
Yeah. Hello? Housekeeping? Missing Asians. 2017. Latest agent confirmed missing, presumed dead from the containment breach. What? A large number of active investigations were not archived yet, and only hard copies of reports exist beyond the firebreak. They're lost, I'm afraid.
Seems a lot more crowded than the rest of the bureau.
Well, they also sealed the firebreak, so that's not good. Darling investigation. Per authorization, internal investigation was launched into the ethical practices of Dr. Casper Darling regarding inhumane treatment of redacted, currently housed in the Bureau. So probably P6, right? Name were inaccessible, research wing to interview its staff. On whether, oh wait, no, this might be about Polaris. In 2-dimensional research, yeah. But how long did he have, Casey inquiry? Mr. Dennis, a request came through recently from an FBI agent for all our files in Bright Falls, specifically on the disappearance of the author Alan Wake. Per the interagency information exchange agreement, I had some paper pushers gather up a folder of all the pre-approved files. Don't worry, all the inappropriate material is either missing or redacted. But I'm writing to let you know that we received this request from a special agent Alex Casey. Sounds familiar, right? That's because Alex Casey is the name of the fictional detective in those hard-boiled crime books Alan Wake wrote. Pretty interesting that an FBI agent sharing a name with the most famous character Wake wrote is looking into a case dealing with the writer's fiction coming true. I think this is a case worth looking into, but what's your opinion? Give the word and I'll start surveillance. Interesting. This is cool. I like this. Now I do. I'm just wandering around at this point, but I'm not going to press that button yet. Staffing issue. Mr. Ness, so yes, there's an increase in AWE cases, and yes, it would be a good idea to put together a special task force to examine exactly why that is. We don't have the damn staff. If you expect us to detect, investigate, and process more AWE cases, you need to give us more people. Between the staff we lost in the Hartman thing, and the ones who left for other departments after Kirkland quit, we're barely managing to keep up with the workload. Hell, just filing the paperwork for all the altered items we left behind in the sector has been an ordeal. This lobby isn't meant to accommodate a whole sector's worth of staff. We put forward a motion to move investigations to a more suitable location months ago. It better not be sitting on your desk. People are getting restless, and as Kirkland's replacement, it's your job to handle it. So that's why there's so many chairs and desks in the lobby. Resignation letter. 2019. Okay, so closer to where we are now. To whom it may concern, it is with great anger and regret that I tender my resignation. I do some protests of the rampant disregard for my department's staff, or department's redacted. Staff cannot work in these conditions, but warnings and requests have fallen on deaf ears. Assistance in reclaiming parts of investigations lost due to the redacted loose inside. I will never forget the screams of brave agents begging for us to open that firebreak. The director probably has failed his agents, so I'll never forgive him for that. And if we're taking timeline, that'd be Trench. Tractor supplement. A tractor? Okay. Keystone inspection. Mr. Kirkland, we stopped at Keystone on our way to the target AWE. The records. If there was an AWE, it seems to be over. Markings on various buildings, 2 overlapping circles. Okay. Is this the sector head's office? No. Ethics investigation. Per authorization from Mr. Kirkland, an internal investigation was launched into the legality of the Prime Candidate Program. Breach of the Ash Act. Basic human decency and rights, probably. So, recommends that it be terminated immediately. So, investigations was our HR department, and they, were shut down. Tractor procedures, not in custody. What? So it growls. Wait. No. This is a different thing. I was like, is it a tractor from Alan Wake? Because in that game, there were vehicles that just went on their own because they were contaminated with the dark place. Or the darkness. This is just a lot of data really quickly. Cauldron Lake update. It happened again this 3rd time this year. Something currently has it out for our redacted. Could be raccoons. Oh. Cauldron Lake Lake House. This is about the lake house. It's probably like out for our sensors. Next on the list of recurring problems is the staff of the Lake House Research Station. How am I supposed to keep an eye on Cauldron Lake if they won't let me see any of the data? It might not be Cauldron Lake, it might be a different lake. But this is regarding Cauldron Lake, I believe. If anyone asks, HQ asks why the Allen Bright Falls report is a little thin this month, tell them we couldn't take any readings. Agent Estevez. She's in the DLC for Alan Wake 2, which is called, funnily enough, The Lake House. So, Director Investigation. For authorization from Mr. Kirkland, we've launched an investigation into Trench. Into probably the behavior of Director Trench. Recent change, including more aggression. Notable aggression between Trench and Darling. Arguments centered around dimensional research. And the being kept inside. Trench's behavior is not indicative of any redacted, and his fitness to lead is not in question. But they were picking something up. Underhill investigation. Oh, they were investigating Rhea Underhill. So, mole thresholds. So they were trying to check if she was fine to work here. There's a power thing. I'm wondering if I had to bring the power up to there. Makes sense. No enemies yet, luckily. French, official warning. Kirkland, I'm growing tired of your blatant attempts to lay your incompetence at my doorstep. I want you to know this to be true, but you are head of investigations. Failure is your responsibility. What do you think would happen? Holding a dangerous specimen in investigations. Containment exists for a reason. They've been better trained and equipped for this. Oh, there's the statement of you are a worm. Everything I've done has been for the benefit of the Bureau. The Prime Candidate program has failed me. You're choosing to become my enemy. So Trench was being Trench. So I guess as I think. Okay.
Now that gate should open.
Yeah, I don't know what this was for though. Probably those, which isn't great. We probably need light. I wonder how dark this whole area is going to be. I'm really hoping it's not super dark. Okay. There's no notes or anything. This whole DLC feels like it's much more oriented towards Alan Wake, which I assumed, but it's darker. Oh, we have a control point. Makes sense.
I'm no detective, but something definitely happened here.
Yeah, they had to seal the fire break. Blessed organization. This group of individuals operates out of the borough's notice for decades. A production company called Blessed Pictures was connected to an altered item case in 2016. Involved illegal use of an altered item in 1994. Item or object of power in 1988. Business has never been located. So is this our GOC? Or would it be a GOI? Sorry, GOI. Group of interest. Because in SCP, there's multiple groups that have fallen under that.
Do we know each other? This feels familiar. I can't seem to... I've forgotten it. I'm sorry. My name is Alan Wake.
What?
Who are you? Who are you? Do I know you?
I'm your friend Tom. Tom Zane. There's nothing to worry about.
Tom. The poet.
The diver, you look different.
That was just a role, a character. The protagonist I played in my old film. I'm a filmmaker, an auteur like yourself. We're working on this together, remember? An artistic collaboration.
That's Scratch.
You need a drink. Gippus.
Endless darkness. Nothing holds still.
But we're very close now. You've been writing. You found a way to escape. It'll work this time.
Riding?
You found a way!
No. I don't... Wait. There's something.
Yeah, that's Scratch.
My double. He's out there. I've seen
Yeah.
him.
Nothing to worry about. I'm dealing with it. It's fine, my friend. Let me handle him.
You've met him? What the hell?
Now, come on. You misunderstand me.
So, I'm gonna say
That
this.
was Alan Wake, the writer who went missing in that AWE case I read about. What's he doing here?
So, that's the entry point, but
Thomas Zane was with him.
that wasn't
Poet.
Thomas. That wasn't
No,
Thomas
wait.
Zane.
He was a filmmaker. I always remember that wrong.
The real Thomas Zane was a poet. But see, that is a different symbol. That's Alan Wake. This is the Foundation, or at least the Oldest House Control. That one doesn't have a meaning yet, and that doesn't have a meaning yet, nor does that. I'm really wondering, is Remedy going to make more games that each one has like its own tie to that? Because for all I know, this one is for Cauldron Lake. And we see that in Lake House. And I've never played Lake House, so I don't know. One of these could, in theory, also be Quantum Break. Because look at that. That was where they said 2 circles and the dot. So how, of these 6 doors that we can see, there's so much more potential. So it'll be interesting to see. Yeah, it would be really interesting to see what other games they could put out. Yeah, those are all, they only go funky when something goes wrong. There's something staticky in here. Yeah, this whole place has darkness around it. That's why everything needs to be opened and closed. Maybe one of these doors? Huh. Oh, this door opened. Okay. And there's the key. Oh no. This really is going to be just a dark place all over again. And we don't have a flashlight.
Dr. Emil Hartman, devoured by hungry darkness, became the thing that had been Hartman. Broke loose, killed everyone it could, lurking, roaming, waiting. Then something else came, a resonance. The thing that had been Hartman went through another change.
Oh no. Hiss mixed with evil, dark face Hartman. That's not gonna be good for anybody. But if the reason why this whole place is closed down, we can reopen the investigation sector if I contain him. Right? There you can see the... What? Why are you there? Because I have to go down there, but... This seems like a secret area. Right? No, it's not. So it's just kind of going on a pattern. Is this where all the agents died? Mayhaps? Because this seems like where the fire... Okay, so remember how the fire break switches? So this is probably... This is the side where the sector head office would be. So this is probably the fire break, and they had to truly lock it down, so they had to use like a different, like a third one. And this will be our access point. Dang, this is going to be interesting. Why do they... See, my question is, they have 3 turntables. I know that's usually for, like, containment. So my question is, how many AWEs are down here? Or do they investigate down here? Is it like ordinary where the item is contained, but...
damp and abandoned.
Yeah.
Why did Wake want me to come here?
I'm doing that because there are altered vending machines. I've said this before. We'll say it again. But... we have to go take out Hartman. Everything's being freaky. Imagine that. I don't like this. I honestly don't like this. See, I'm worried about playing Alan Wake 2. Because Alan Wake 2 kind of scares me. The lake house kind of scares me. Alan Wake 1 was pretty spooky, to a degree.
That doesn't look like a house shift.
Because it isn't a house shift.
Do I even want to know?
This is not a house shift. This is a, different kind of, thing you should worry about. C's accelerator. Oh, okay, yeah. I was like, C's accelerator, what? And that painting's inverted. Like it's flipped, I mean. But, no, C's would be me taking over an enemy. Files and processing. I was about to say, if they're level 9 or not level 8, then something's weird here. There's more enemies this way. Okay, nope, there's still more. Where? Because otherwise this... I was about to say, the hiss is gone to my right, but it's not. Okay, we'll just tease you to make it easier for me.
Of course, the hiss are already in here.
Yeah, makes sense, honestly. Abandoned offices. But see, there is a house shift in place. The walls aren't supposed to look like that. Why is this lit up? Huh. I'm gonna explore a little bit. It feels like the right thing to do, especially because... wait, I can't... Can I not get in here? yet. Is there like a power I need, or it feels like maybe there's something I'm missing. So let's take it slow. Yeah, because there's a box in there. Hartman arrest. Emil Hartman. Victim names. Alan. Okay, so all the victim names. Kidnapping of altered individuals. Sanctions against altered organizations. Obstruction of Bureau investigation. Breaching the Ash Act. Offender's property seized as evidence to be used in conjunction with the ongoing investigation. Personal effects have been sent to research. Being cleared by researchers, all victims have been released. Biannual surveillance orders were assigned to each, except the Anderson brothers due to their senility. And Wake, because Wake is supposedly dead. So they were watching everybody who could have been converted over to the dark place. See, I always refer to this DLC as the Alan Wake event because that's what AWE honestly could stand for. My feet gossip at night and I now have to wear shoes. Is this a dead letter? It's a dead letter. Why is there a dead letter here? Oh, fuck. There are 9 of those. Jesus fuck. I was not expecting that. Launch efficiency. What is my launch efficiency at right now? Unequip. We'll clear all the level 3s. So as I said, I knew. So something that you might not. Okay. There are vending machines that are just crazy. And there's 9 of them. And I was not expecting that at all. Energy boost. Let's do energy recovery. I don't remember what I had there. I need energy. Energy matters. So I don't need any of these. Oh, energy launch cost. That's what I had. But if I have more energy, that'd be probably better. Melee hits and everything. We're just gonna get rid of all these. Oh, I was not expecting that. That was Also, it dropping all those mods surprised me. See, this is actually no, this is what I wanted. Energy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That I don't know how to react to that. Right? Like, how would you react to that? It just... Oh, we can upgrade weapons. Like, Jesus. Surge. Wait, Surge is new? Okay, we've upgraded everything we can for this DLC. Or so far. I think Surge is this DLC. That was a new weapon. Do I go straight? I go straight. But I can't go straight. Ah. Service tunnel.
This darkness is blocking the door. Now I have to deal with an interdimensional noise and sentient light burns away, huh? Makes sense.
That's interesting, but okay. I kind of assumed that it would have to do that, but it's interesting. Sing to the plants. What even is this room? But next time we will continue on through here. Facing the darkness as we go.